Hi everyone. I thought I would jump on and do a little recording in between things. I've had quite a busy week this week with a lot of emotional triggers, and I was really called to do this little recording and explain a little bit about the last post that I did about slips, relapse, reverting back to some of our old, maybe negative behaviors that keep us in a bit of self-sabotage or staying small or whatever it is. And the reason is because the more I'm doing this work, and by work I mean work with my coach and therapist and 12-step recovery and growing, is to explain that none of us want to do the shadow shit of looking at ourselves. Honestly, it's not fun to do that stuff. It's not. It just is like a bit grimy. But the power in understanding and awareness and having more consciousness means that I can see myself coming a little bit. And that's one of the reasons why I wrote that post. But another reason is that a few emotional things happened this week for me. It was my mum's birthday. I missed my dad. There was some financial stuff. There's me trying to grow my business. There's the trying new things. And what I've become conscious of is that sometimes other parts of my personality want to step in and run the show. And it can be, the tantrum child, or it can be the teenager that wants to kick off and say shit she doesn't really mean and stamp all over good things. And there's the negative Nancy. I mean, I've been taught to name those parts of my personality so that I get to see who they are when they're running the show. And then I can ask myself question. This is what I'd encourage you guys to do, is this true? Is this true? Is this sudden dark cloud or sudden urge to go and do something, to go and fix myself, or the sudden looking at myself in a negative light, or the self-doubt? Is that true? And do I want her, whatever she is, whatever aspect of our personalities that's showing up? And I would ask yourself the question of whose voice is it that wants to be heard right now? And what does she need to say? And can I come back into more adult and make a different kind of choice, which is more in alignment with the future that I'm wanting to have? Because we are what we think and feel. And anybody that's into law of attraction or quantum physics or manifesting or Esther Hicks or any of that stuff, which I've been into for quite a long time, and I realise that the life ahead of me is something that I'm reaching for and I want to create. Now, in order to get there, we kind of have to wade through some of the gremlins and the shadow and the parts of us that want to stay a bit small and a bit quiet and in the familiarity of those behaviours of, no, don't do that live. No, don't try and sell yourself. No, you're not worth earning money around this particular thing. I'm using my examples, but you've got your own examples. And I was just really called to encourage you that wherever you're at, love yourself, have patience for all of it, bring back consciousness, clarity, awareness, journaling, meditation, zoning a bit more into our heart. If you're finding yourself elevated and anxious and in a lot of stress at the moment, the biggest thing I can say is elongate your exhale. In fact, elongate your inhale, make your inhale bigger. Allow that air to travel into every cell of your body. Fill yourself up with some space and light. And then exhale and just stay in your breath and stay in your process. Yeah, I hope this makes sense. I really, really wanted to jump on and just say, no matter where you're at, just don't give up on yourself. Just don't give up on yourself. It's not always easy. This week hasn't always been easy. And although my slip isn't in terms of a binge or a picking up of anything, it can still revert back into that part of me that wants to stay small. Allow yourself to take up space in this world because you are worth it. I'll leave it there.